All right, it's 10 o'clock. I said I would go live this morning. So we've got a couple pair of Rocket Dog 5.75 inch Salon Shears. A couple of young ladies from a local community college cosmetology program brought these to me and said they weren't sharpening very well. Hey, Doug, thanks for popping in. And so I'm going to make them cut a little bit better. Come to find out, after I looked at them a little bit and tried them on some hair. These are convex edge shears, and the previous sharpener put a beveled edge on these shears. They're not cutting horribly. They're just not cutting right. They're still pushing the hair, especially at the tips. So I'm going to resharpen them. And I also noticed that he didn't do any ride line work whatsoever. I don't know if y'all can see the ride line very well or not. Let's see if I can get the camera to focus in. I can't, sorry. Anyway, he did not work the ride lines at all. He just sharpened the outside of it. He put a beveled edge on it. He did polish it, but they're just not cutting like they should. So, hey Arthur, thanks for coming in. These are not old school. These are modern shears. They're not hey Jim, thanks for popping in. These are starter shears for cosmetology students. They're not really expensive. They're cast, but they should cut better than they are. So we're going to try to fix them. So here we go. We're going to do a disassembly on them. And they're fairly new. So this guy at the sharpener that went to the little college, he just put a beveled edge on them. I don't know what he charged them or what he did, but multiple young ladies said they were not cutting very well. So I'll probably get some more of these in. So we're going to clean them up first. They're not terrible. Yeah, these are barber scissors, salon scissors. They're supposed to be convex edge, and the last sharpener put a beveled edge on it. Hey John, thanks for popping in. So I don't know if y'all can see that or not. Right there, you can see it's got a beveled edge on it. Hey Vinny. This one's got a beveled edge too. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rework the ride lines. I can tell he did not work the ride lines at all. You can see this is what factory right there, and you can see that's a factory grind on there. And you can see at the tip, there's some little shadows at the tip. So let's see if we can make them look a little bit better and cut a little bit better for these two young ladies. Let's see, just a little work. So just 10 strokes on the 1500 made it look a lot better. There's still a little shadow right there, and there's a shadow right there that I need to work. I did not check the set on these, probably should. They're brand new shears. So we're gonna get out our light bar. Uh-oh, my light bar needs charging, but I should be able to see it. No, I can't. Okay, so my light bar's dead. Let's get out the old-fashioned straight edge. I'm gonna go up to the lights in the shop. All right, that looks good. That one looks good. And what I'm doing is I'm just holding this up to the light. My light bar, I need to charge it. But this is what I use. This straight edge is what I use to see the set on the shears. There should be an arc from the tip to the pivot point along here, an even arc. And there is. There's no problem with the set. And I kind of figured that. These are brand new shears. I think I switched out. I think I was doing this one. Let's start over again. And I look at the water too here on the stone, and it looks pretty good. Appreciate y'all popping in and keeping me company. It's been very slow. I had a few things yesterday, and I have these. The weather's been bad here in Texas for the last week, so I think that slowed people down. Which is not good. I did the farmer's market on Saturday and did not make very much money. But it was cold and it was windy. And we just had 3 days of snow here in Texas, so, which is really odd. All right, just a little at the tip. And what I'm trying to do is even that ride line. Ooh, gotta be careful there. Evening that ride line out all the way. Just a little more on the tip. All right, that looks real good on that blade. So like I said, the previous sharpener, he did not work the ride lines at all. I assume he used it, and it kind of looks like he used a twice as sharp, and he curved that blade right at the end. The girl said they weren't cutting at the tip, and it felt like that for me too. So his technique is off on twice as sharp. So he probably will not be invited back to the community college to sharpen. Knife guy, yes. Hey, Vinny, that's funny that you asked that because I purposely went on Spotify and said non or royalty-free music. So I'm going to test whether YouTube cuts me off, because they have in the past. I've had music in the background and not turned it off when we've been sharpening, and it won't monetize these videos. So this is kind of an experiment today. That looks good. Yeah, you can't get monetized. They won't pay you. Yeah, this is the phone again. No, I have not upgraded the camera yet. I would like to have a camera, but you know, you and I have talked about this, and it's just one of those things I haven't done. There's always something else more important to spend the money on. No, I know the music. Oh, the music is the television. I have a television on the wall back here on top of my deep freeze. I have a little television sitting on top of it, and so I'm running the music through the television. No special speakers or anything. It's just Spotify playing in the background, and that's usually what I listen to the music on here in the shop, is off the television, and I'll switch and watch the news. John, these are Shapton stones. This is a 1500. I've got a 1,000 grit Shapton ceramic stone, 1,500 grit Shapton stone, and a 5,000 Shapton stone. I've got a 30,000 around here somewhere also. Nice. That'll be cool, Vinny. I'll try to catch it. I don't have much going on today. Okay, I'm gonna move the camera. Sorry about that, guys. I hit something. Move the lights a little bit here. And I'm going to turn the dust collector on. Sorry about that sound. Turn my fan on. Vinny, I'm not sure. Mine are just flat. Those are just the flat stones. All right, let's see if we can get it nice. I don't know. I don't know if they have a curved stone or not. I assume they do. Yeah, I have a 30,000 sharpened stone that I use for straight razors. I don't use it very much. So I can tell the guy, he flat topped these. He took a lot of the angle out of it. He took about 5 degrees off of it. He shouldn't have. I'm putting it back on. He sharpened these at 45 degrees and they're about 55 degrees from the factory. I'm gonna put 5 back on it. Get it to about 50 degrees. There's nothing I can do once a sharpener takes off too much material. All right, that looks good. Appreciate y'all watching out there. I hope y'all hit that thumbs up button. It does help our little business and helps our YouTube channel. We are monetized. We get a little bit of income off our YouTube channel. It buys abrasives. We don't have a marketing budget. Ooh, I went the wrong way, didn't I? Hang on. My discs were out of order. So please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel. Help our little business out. We're Sharpen Right Services located in League City, Texas. League City is halfway between Houston and Galveston on the Texas Gulf Coast. We sharpen salon, barber, and grooming shears. And these are salon shears we're sharpening today. We sharpen clipper blades, sewing and industrial scissors, and just about any kind of knife. We do mobile and sharpening here out of our shop, but we also do mail-in sharpening from all around the United States. And we've actually gotten business from our YouTube channel. We appreciate y'all's support. So we have 2 pairs to do today. As I mentioned at the start, these are starter shears. The 2 young ladies that came to see me brought me the same shears. They're Cricket or Syntex Rocket Dog 5.75 inch shears. They're Taiwan, they're cast. They're nice little inexpensive starter shears. These 2 little girls go to San Jacinto College and they're in their cosmetology program, and a sharpener came in last week. The school brought in a sharpener. I assume he called the school and said, hey, can I sharpen your shears? And he came in there. Hey, Vinny, take care, man. He came in there and sharpened their shears, and these are just not cutting like they should. He put a beveled edge on them when they are convex edge shears. And from the factory, these are about 55 degrees per side, and he put a 45 degree bevel on it. So he took some of the sharpening power, the cutting power out of these shears. So I'm trying to put the, I can't go back to 55, but I can go to 50 with no problem. I don't want to take any more material than I have to. So I'm light on these. I'm just trying to get a nice little burr on there, a light burr. And I can see the burr. I can feel the burr. So we're going to convex them and make them look pretty, like they should from the factory. Sorry about the noise in the background. I've got the dust collection system on. I don't want to breathe this material from these shears. Usually I wear a respirator when I'm doing these, or a mask in the salons, but then you guys can't hear me. Appreciate y'all watching, keeping me company on this Tuesday morning. Looks good. Looks real good. Oh, shoot. I didn't buff them. Look at that. See, I'm not paying attention. Looks good. All right, we got them sharpened, these two, the first pair sharpened. So let's go back over here to the stones. I'm gonna turn the dust collector off while we do the stone work. Move the lights around. Is this the same guy who has like 50 knives? I don't have 50 knives. All right, that looks pretty good. Where's our chamois there? Light is your friend when sharpening. You can see that I got a burr still on there. All right, that looks good. All right, let's look at this one. All right, I'm gonna move this camera up a little bit. It's in my way there. All right, we're gonna go back to the 1500 stone and work it just a little bit. That looks good. A rust spot right there in the middle where she hadn't cleaned her shears. So I'm going to use my little Scotch-Brite pad and see if I can get that little rust spot out right there. and it's gone. So it's just a little surface rust right there in the hollow grind. And I still see a shadow along that blade. So I'm gonna work it just a little bit more. All right, that looks good. Okay, so we're finished with the 1500 stone. We're gonna go to the 5000. Hey, I appreciate y'all watching out there. I hope y'all hit that thumbs up button. It does help our little business down here in Texas grow. Hope you subscribe to the channel. If you have questions about sharpening, you can contact me through the channel. Awesome. That's a great idea. Thanks for sharing that story. Maybe I should get an e-bike and ride around. Beautiful. Beautiful. Awesome. All right, so the ride lines look good, and I'm not going to move the camera because it's going to mess it up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back over here to the wheel, and I'm just going to, I say, kiss it on that felt pad, just a very light run across the blade. I just ran the felt pad just across the blade, just very lightly. That should take away any micro burrs still on there. I don't see anything. Everything looks real good. So we're going to see if this first pair is cutting better when they came in. They weren't horrible. They weren't terrible. Oh, I left the washer out. Look at that. They were just kind of catching at the tip. They were pulling hair at the tip. They feel better. They were kind of crunchy before. And I think the reason why is the guy did not work the ride. Oh, they feel much better. So we're going to try a little hair here. The first thing we're going to try is the tip, because that's where the problem was to begin with. So let's see how it cuts at the tip. Y'all see that? Oh, look at that. Just straight as can be. Oh yeah, so see, she can point cut now. Let's try in the middle of the blade. Much better. So I think she will be happy with these. And these are I'm gonna do another pair exactly the same. They're the exact same pair of shears. Both of these young ladies are cosmetology students at San Jacinto College in a little town near us. And they brought them over yesterday and dropped them off. She said they didn't have school. They didn't have a class today where they needed the shears. So I said, leave them with me. Let me see if I can get them to cut better. And I think I have. We don't want them to slam shut. That feels pretty good right there. There we go. Maybe one more little twist. That's about right. Okay, so those are done. Let's do the second pair now. Exact same shear. Take our washer out. There's the little washer. You'll see that? Put it in there, make sure we don't lose all the parts. Find our alcohol. Chris already did it at the beginning of the video. You can go back and look at the start of it. See, there's some, you can see this, the previous sharpener did not work the ride lines. And these come from the factory. They're not super quality. They're not bad, but the ride lines are very thin, and he ground this thing, and you can tell that when he pulled it off whatever grinding media he uses, and I assume it's a twice as sharp. It doesn't look like a flat hone, but I could be wrong. He drug it across and pushed that tip down. I can't put material back on that somebody already took off. I can just try to make it a little bit better. So we're going to work the ride line a little bit, see if we can make a little bit wider, more even ride line from the pivot area all the way to the tip. And there's a little bad spot right there in the ride line. I can see it in the light. I didn't check the set on these. My light bar's dead. Let's do it the old-fashioned way. So I'm gonna have to look at the light above me. These are new shears, so there shouldn't be a set problem. And there's not. There's no set problem with these. So yeah, there's just a little something at that tip. Let's see if we can make that ride line better. So there's something on my stone. And it may be that little spot. Sorry, I don't know who that is. I think we got the tip. I'd like to get the ride line a little better right in there. Well, let me clean that stone. There's something on the stone. All right, let's see what we can do here. Oh, you're talking about Michael from the office, not Michelle, right? Hey, thanks for coming in, man. So it's just a little shadow there. Okay, I know who Michael is, okay. And that's funny because my name is Michael. Never sold paper, though. Toby, not really. I mean, there's lots of different stones out there. I mean, you know, some of them are outrageously expensive. I like the Sharpened stones because they're reasonably priced. I don't know if you can see that. Exactly, Al. I don't have, Michael Scott doesn't have a Texas accent. Do I have a Texas accent? Hey, Gary, thanks for popping in, man. Do I have a Texas accent? I don't know if I do or not. There's still something on the stone. You know, they're reasonably priced stones. I mean, you can spend a fortune on one of the best accents. Thanks, buddy. Stitch, like I said, I mean, I like the Shapton stones just because they're reasonably priced. I don't know if they're any better. All right, so I've evened out the ride line all the way down. It had just a little weird spot at the tip, and I think that's from the guy that sharpened them before. I think he didn't use. I don't think he did any ride line work. I think he just sharpened them on whatever machine he used. He put a beveled edge on them, and he just handed them back to him, and they didn't cut very well. But what do I know? If you want to know the equipment that I use, look at my community page tab, and I've got a list of all the equipment I use. That's not a bad idea, Gary. I need to flatten these stones. I've done probably 5 pairs of shears on them in the last couple days. And usually on Sunday mornings, I do my stone maintenance, and I was busy this Sunday morning and didn't get to do it. And then was rushing yesterday. So that looks real good. Evened out that ride line there. Don't take anything I say as gospel. Do your own due diligence on your equipment, on your techniques. Watch all the videos out. There's a ton of YouTube videos out there. Watch them all. Watch these channels. You know, subscribe to Al's channel, Al Sharpening. He's down in Florida. He does some good work. You'll figure out real quick who's good and who's not, what equipment's good. I don't consider myself a master sharpener. I never claimed to be. I've only been doing this 10 years, and so I'm always learning something. This is a journey for me. I love doing it. I sat at a desk for 29 years looking at a computer screen, worrying about other people's money. And I love this much better than ever doing that again. I'm never going to sit in an office again. Rax, no, I'm Mike White from League City, Texas. As it says on my channel here. All right, that looks good. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I went to the 5,000 stone, because we haven't ground a new edge on it yet. Oh well, it's all right. It's all good, man. It's all good. It's all good, man. All right, sorry, I've got to turn that dust collector back on again. All right. Well, thanks for watching from the Philippines. Thanks, Vinny. I enjoy watching yours, man, when I can. Yeah, a shear doctor. You know, from the factory, they're supposed to be 55 degrees, but the guy put like a 45 degree on them. He put a 45 beveled edge, so I cranked it back to 50. I can still see the red on there, so I'm taking my time. I'm gonna try to put a 50 back on it. It's hard to put 10 degrees back on it without taking so much material. So I still see red. So I got a burr at the tip, but I don't have a burr in the middle. I'm going to go to the 90 or 60 micron and just do a real quick pass. I don't like to do that, but all right, that got me a burr. Got me some material taken off faster. You know, I don't like to be critical of other people's work. I just try to fix what I can. Exactly. Most of them are around 55. And he's jacked up that tip. That's why they're not cutting at the tip. Can you see that in the light? And that's where he's either dragged it off of the disc still, he messed up the tip on these. That's why they're not cutting at the tip. No, it's not bent. It's where he's either drug it off the flat hone. More likely he's used a twice as sharp, and he's kind of tilting it at the end. Try not to heat up this blade. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, he didn't even try to convex them. Well, I think I've done what I can do. All right, I got the tip kind of straightened out now. I appreciate y'all watching out there. I hope you hit that thumbs up button. It does help our little business down here in Texas grow. We get a little bit of income from our YouTube channel, and it's growing, and we hope it continues to grow because we'd like to get a little income from it. Meet lots of good people like Gary there. He and I have been talking over the last year. Meet some good sharpeners out there. We all learn from each other, and that's a good thing. It's a good community. If you let social media work for you and stay away from the jackasses, it's all good. I like talking to or chatting with people on here from all over the world. It's fantastic. All right, so we got this blade looking real good. That's what's called convexing. I'm making the edge look like a airplane wing. These scissors are not supposed to have a beveled edge along here. They're a complete curve all the way to the edge, and that's called a convexed edge Salon Shear. It's smooth. It's a Japanese design. It's for cutting hair super smooth and super sharp. And that was the problem with the previous sharpener. He put a beveled edge on these shears, like a sewing scissor, a bevel, like a knife edge. It's not supposed to have that. It's supposed to have a convex edge all the way over, like an airplane wing, a complete curve. Does that make sense to you? Withering 1983. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put a bevel on it. I'm going to do right now, I'm going to put a beveled edge on this. Now when I run it across this abrasive, I always do 3 strokes, just habit. Now I've put a beveled edge on this. Got to make sure there's a, nope, I still see red. So the previous sharpener sharpened this to 45 degrees. It should be closer to 55. I can't go back that far without taking too much material. So, but I can go to about 50 degrees, and that's what I'm doing. So I'm putting a bevel on it at 50 degrees. I want to see if there's a, yes, along the whole edge. So now I have a bevel all the way across it. Now I need to get rid of that bevel. Well, first I got to smooth it out. So I'm going to smooth it out a little bit. Now I'm going to take that bevel out. It's called convexing. I'm creating a convexed edge. Can you see that? So it's like a. I don't recommend, Gene, a bench grinder for anything other than large pieces of metal. Bench grinder is not a tool that you would use on Salon Shears. Was that polished? No, I haven't polished anything yet. Gene, if you want to know the different tools, you can go to my community tab here on my YouTube channel. Shows you all the tools I have. And if you also want to learn about actually sharpening shears, I also have a list of certified instructors around the country that I would recommend you talk to. Find one of them that you like. Now I'm doing the polishing. This is a felt pad. I've got my convex, I got my new edge. Now I'm polishing the edge to make it look nice and pretty and shiny all the way across of it. Y'all see that? Look how pretty that is. A little bit more. Just a little more. Oh, I'm sorry. Did he ask a question? Yes. Sorry, I missed that question. It's rolling by so fast. This is just a sandpaper cleaner. That's basically what it is. Like Jim said, it's like a gum material. And let me back up and I'll show you. So you see the material on the disc. Whoop! I just dropped one of my discs. I have to go get. So you see the material on the sandpaper. To make this last a little bit longer, you need to get that metal material out of the grit. And so, you see how it takes most of it out? It cleans it up. Some people don't use that. I do. I think it prolongs the life of the abrasive, if that makes sense. So here's another one. This is the one I dropped on the floor. Let's clean that one real quick. No problem, man. Appreciate you subscribing. You can always contact me. I have people text me or email me every day. I'm more than happy to help anybody. No, you can't use a Tormek on to sharpen Salon Shears. Great for woodworking tools. It's a fantastic. I've got a Tormek sitting right over here on the bench. For a woodworker, that's the machine to get. So I'm gonna move the camera again. Let's turn off the Michael, if you're a woodworker, you need a Tormek. It does great. I don't do too many woodworking tools. When I started my sharpening business, I started with a Tormek, and it does sharpen knives fantastic. It's just kind of slow for a knife business, and once I started getting busy, it just couldn't. It couldn't keep up with the Tormek. The Tormek couldn't keep up with sharpening. Yeah, it comes with it. Yeah, I mean, if you buy the Tormek kit, it's got a scissor jig on it for regular scissors, and it works pretty good. Not for salon shears, though. No. Everybody wants to buy my Tormek. They'll see it sitting in my shop. Hey, you don't use that anymore. Why don't you sell it to me? Nope. I still use it from time to time. Once in a while, I'll do a chisel or some kind of a woodworking tool for somebody, and I'll use it. Yeah, I don't do chisels. You know, if a friend asks me, or if it's a client that has done a lot of business with me, I will do it. But if somebody brand new out of the customer to me calls me and says, hey, will you do some chisels? No, I'm sorry, can't do it. I just don't do it enough to get really good at it. There's a business for somebody in the southeast Texas area because there's nobody doing chisels here. There's nobody doing chainsaw blades. I get a call about chainsaw blades every couple of days. About 20 minutes or so, you know, but I'm taking my time here and talking with y'all, so I'm a little slower. We're 48 minutes in to this live stream, and I've only done one pair. We're almost finished with these. About 20 minutes, I would say, to do a pair of shears. All right, the ride line looks great all the way across. You see that? See where the burr came off? I can even feel it. I can feel the metal on there, so I need to clean that up. I need to resurface my stones. Yeah, exactly, Nicholas. You know, it's great. It's a great machine. It does a lot of things really well. That's what I like about it. But if you've got 50 knives to do, it is not a great machine. See that burr come off? Y'all see that? No problem, Michael. Thanks for popping in. You know, some guys will talk smack about the Tormek. It's a quality machine, man. It really is. In my opinion, it's just not for a professional sharpening service. I mean, if you got a side hustle, you're just going to do a few knives. And that's what I did the first 5 years. I just did, well, I'd say the first 3 years with the Tormek. I just sharpened in the evenings and weekends, and I told everybody, hey, I'll have your knives in 48 hours or so. So it wasn't a good machine if you were going to do commercial. Then I got a couple of meat markets, and that just didn't cut it. I had to find something faster, and that's when I went to the AMK 75. And you can, if you haven't seen that machine, you can look at some of my YouTube videos on sharpening knives. I like the Work Sharp. I bought a Work Sharp. I carry that around in my truck with me. We take it to the farm. We take it deer lease stuff. It's great for sharpening 1 or 2 knives fast, especially pocket knives. All right, that looks good. So we're going to go to the 5,000 stone. Y'all see that? Still got the burr on there. I need to resurface this stone now. It's hard to get that burr off. So we'll work on that this afternoon. So let's do the 5,000 stone now. Oh, it looks wonderful. Let me go back and see what you said there. Naya creates. Have to any technique or anything that could. That's the problem. You know, whetstones are hard. I would tell you to go to sharpeningsupplies.com. They've got some really good tutorial videos on using whetstones. And there's some YouTube channels out there. Just do whetstone sharpening. Just do a search for whetstone sharpening on YouTube. There's a ton of guys that really know what they're doing. I hope that helps you. Hey man, I appreciate that very much. I appreciate you supporting my channel and getting people to hit that thumbs up. It is appreciated. I've got some wonderful fans. You're fantastic out there. All right, looks like glass. It's wonderful. Thanks, Gene. I appreciate you watching. I don't know about it being wisdom, but I enjoy being on here. Like I said before on the other one, I've got it all polished and all pretty now. The ride line looks wonderful. I don't know if y'all can see that nice mirror finish on the ride line. Nice and even from the tip to the pivot area. Now I'm just going to just touch it on the felt pad. Just a light little brush across the felt pad. And that's just to get any micro burrs off of it. And we're ready to reassemble. And I don't know if same people are online. These two pairs of shears came from two young ladies who are at our local community college in the cosmetology program. And somebody came into the cosmetology department, a sharpener, and sharpened their shears. And he didn't do a stellar job. He did okay. They're not great, but they had a beveled edge, and he kind of rounded the tips a little bit. And so I'm fixing them. I'm gonna make them sharpen a little bit better for them. They're basically new. These were new. You know, these young girls, they're fairly new. I mean, they're cosmetology students. Oh, that feels much better. They're cosmetology students, and so these are fairly new shears. Yeah, I have too. I mean, I just moved out of the way and did the dry tissue just for habit. But here's the hair. The tips is where they were not cutting. Now they're just cutting wonderful. See that? Nice and straight. Let's see if they're cutting in the middle. Beautiful in the middle. Back at the back. Oh, look at that. Just wonderful. Tip. Are they point cutting? Yep. Yeah, where did that come from? Did I drop that thing off of there? Good call, man. It could be left over from another one. Let's hope I didn't leave it on there. Yep, I did. Good call, man. I must have stuck to my finger or something. Appreciate that. You saved me. Good job, man. Both of y'all. See, I'm reading the screen and not paying attention, doing a bad sharpening job. Cutting great. So we got them fixed. See, what's what happens? You don't pay attention. Well, I appreciate y'all watching. So that's been 56 minutes. A lot of people tuned in. I think these young ladies are going to be happy. I am not going to charge them because, you know, They paid the other sharpener. I don't know. I'm going to ask him how much he charged them. I bet he charged them $35, $40 to do a bad job. I'm not going to make these two young ladies pay again. It will be good marketing, good PR. They both go to San Jacinto College. I went to San Jacinto College way back when. And so they will be happy, and they will tell their other students. And since I sell shears, maybe they will come buy some shears from me. So here we go. Here's the two pair we did. Both of them are cutting great. The two young ladies will be happy when they come pick them up. I'll be happy. I'll get some marketing dollars out of doing it. So it's well worth it. When people bring them to me here in my shop at home, I only charge $20 anyway. So this took me an hour, and I'm out a whole $40. Big deal. It was worth $40 to interact with all you people. Hey, I hope y'all have a great day. I appreciate y'all watching this morning. Please hit that thumbs up button. Like and share. Thanks, Jim. Find me on Facebook. Find me on Instagram. Find me on TikTok, X. I'm on all those social media sites, and I try to interact with everybody. Appreciate you folks. Have a great Tuesday. And if I don't see y'all again online soon, have a great, great week. Take care.